Friday morning. It's out here raining. I'm somewhere in the middle of Georgia. We were traveling in New York and we're boondocking for the night. But I got up this morning and I was reading my Bible and I talked to my family. They all got up, started handling their business for the morning. And I was reminded where I was just a short time ago as a person, as a man, as a father. I was reminded how much suffering I had in my own life, how much pain I had in my own life. And I realized that my family was suffering with me the whole entire time. Every time I was depressed, I shared that depression with them. Every time I was angry, I ended up sharing that anger with them. Maybe not verbally, but through my energy, through my own spirit. That's what I transferred to them. The transfer of emotion, the transfer of energy. By the power of proximity, my family being around me got depressed because I was depressed. By being around me, my family got angry because I was angry. By being around me, my family became hopeless because I was hopeless. And what I found is that as the father, as the leader, you might have one of these relationships where it's like, me and my wife are equal. Well, good, you should be equal. There's no doubt about that. But we also each have our own roles to play. And the roles that we play as a father and as a husband is you set the tone for the spirit of the home, for the attitude of the home. And if you're coming home every day unfulfilled, your wife and your kids are going to be unfulfilled. If you're coming home every day empty and hopeless, your wife and kids are going to be empty and hopeless. If you're coming home every day just stressed out, unhappy, aimless, no clear sense of direction, then your wife and kids are also going to have the same mindset. Unfulfilled, unclear on their future, no sense of direction or future. Is that really what you want to transfer to your family? Is that really what you want to give them? Maybe you don't understand how much you're imprinting on your kids and on your wife and on the people around you. But if you're depressed, they're going to be depressed. If you're stressed out all the time, they're going to be stressed out all the time. If you're unhappy and in pain emotionally and mentally, they're going to be unhappy and in pain emotionally and mentally. When you're walking, always look for screws. You might get lucky and find one, pull it up off the street and save somebody a flat tire. But dude, listen, my family, all their weaknesses and negativity that they used to have, that came from me. It all came from me. It was all my fault. Once you recognize that it's all your fault, that puts all the responsibility on you as the man to change the tone of the home, to change the spirit by changing your own, by waking up every day and going to war with your old self and not letting that old, fat, lazy, selfish, narcissistic self decide how this day's gonna go. No, man, you gotta wake up every day and kill him. Kill the old man. The Apostle Paul said, I die daily, every single day, through discipline, through a set, non-negotiable set of habits. You have to kill the old man and stop living in pain and suffering all the time. Pain in our life is inevitable, but suffering isn't. And if you decide to continue to suffer, your family's going to suffer with you. Everything that you go through, they go through. The good, the bad, the ugly. There's another one. The good, the bad, the ugly. Everything that you go through, they go through. So start going through good stuff and watch and see. Start putting yourself through power. Start a process of power every morning, a process of discipline every morning, a process of focus every morning, and watch and see if things don't change for them as well. But if you continue down the same path, dwelling on your pain, dwelling on your hopelessness, dwelling on your lack of fulfillment, then watch and see if the same exact thing doesn't happen to them. They're going to feel the same way you do. They're going to suffer the same way you do, except maybe worse, because they won't know why they're suffering. And you do know why. And the reason why you're suffering is because you won't do the work, the discipline that's necessary to stop being that weak man and start living the life that you were meant to live.